Yes, the damage does look like it could be from tornadic activity, but it is still unconfirmed. Today, the winds are lighter. It is one of sunny spells and isolated showers. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Tuesday.
Sorry to interrupt. Were you trying to find out if there was a tornado?
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to ask about recycling, you see that is a part of the problem, I think.
Are they?
Yeah. And it's the thing that...
What are you going to start doing?
It's to do with the way that different recycling centres work. So some of them, when they're moving the rubbish along the conveyor, they blow it. Milk in your milk carton, or if you have food in, it maybe won't blow off because it's too heavy. Others, it will contaminate the water that it's being cleaned in. So the advice is to just get washing up water. Don't wash it under the sink with running water. Don't wash it with fresh water.
That's not environmentally friendly either, is it?
Exactly.
No.
Don't wash it.
No, you don't need to rinse.
Oh.
Well, the thing is, you know, we had the warning issued as we were on air yesterday for gusts of 50 to 55 miles an hour. The peak wind gust ended up being 70 miles an hour.
They certainly did.
But it's the kick in the wind that we had. So the wind started southerly and then they moved to northwesterly. And as the cold front went through, it's that big kick. And it's the scenes that we've seen that means that the conditions were ripe for tornadoes.
Yeah, you probably saw in...
Not this bad. So, like I was saying, that we had a warning issued at 6:30 yesterday. I think as the weather front was moving through, that's when we saw that the activity of the winds were starting to increase. And this is why this all happened. So, we had a cold front moving through yesterday. This is the radar sequence of what happened. And the wind started southwesterly. That was the mild air we had at the weekend. And then they flipped very rapidly as the weather front comes through towards a northwesterly direction. But let's look in more detail during the conditions and the time of the actual suspected tornado yesterday. So, Nottinghamshire, we had our first one. We have a small sort of a bow in our radar image, and that is where we see the risk of a low-level circulation happening. And then if we fast forward again, around about 7 o'clock in the morning, there was one in Nottingham, and again, the same conditions happened. What do you need for a tornado? Well, you need a big change in wind direction, a kick on a weather front. You need low-level wind shear, so you need a little bit of rotation to start it forming. You need a column of air to come from the bottom of the cloud, and it needs to touch the ground. And this is why we're saying a suspected tornado, because we don't actually have footage of a column of cloud coming all the way from the cloud to the ground. We haven't seen that contact happening. But, of course, if we look back at the video footage of the...
Or is it all calmed down?
No. So, thankfully, the weather front that brought the stormy conditions yesterday, the winds that picked up very rapidly and brought what we suspect is a tornado, and the reason we can't confirm it is because a tornado is a violent rotating column of air that touches the ground, and we don't have footage of that. But looking at the debris and the damage from that flipped caravan, it looks as though it certainly could have been. So, yes, that weather front has now cleared away. This is what moved in yesterday. It was this narrow band of rain, a cold front, and along it we had suspected tornadoes from Staffordshire down through Nottingham as well. It slipped its way southeastwards, and now we're in this cooler feed of air. And it is one of sunshine and showers. Yes, it's windy today, but no... Good morning to you. Yesterday was very wet, very windy. We had that suspected tornado as a weather front moved through. It is now clear. There are no weather warnings in force for today, but the isobars in the east close together where it's set to be windiest today, and it's one of sunshine and showers, but nothing as heavy as that we had yesterday or as windy. This is how it looks. Good morning to you. Thankfully, the band of rain that we had yesterday that called the suspected tornado through parts of the UK has now cleared away. And in its wake, we have a northerly flow. Isobars close together in the east, that's where it's windiest today, but nowhere near as windy as it was yesterday. It brings with it a line of showers through eastern areas of England and parts of East Anglia. That will feed in through the day with these gusty winds of 30 to 40 miles an hour, not the 50 to 60 we had yesterday. Today is sunshine and showers, some of them heavy and thundery, but warmer than it was yesterday.